Good morning. It's Friday, and I haven't done this in a long, long time, but I wanted to do a less than five devotional today. My wife and I were talking last night, and it stirred something inside of me that I wanted to share, and I just felt like it should be shared on a less than five devotional. I wanted to talk to you about the principle of sowing and reaping. I know I grew up in a agricultural world, and I understand the principle of sowing and reaping, but it's just become relevant in my life, especially last night after my wife and I talked. When we talk about sowing and reaping in the church, we always talk about it in terms of finances and giving. And I wanted to shift gears a little bit this morning and take it a different direction for you. I wanted to talk in terms of the things we do, the things we say, and how those are seeds that we sow. Seeds of deception, seeds of disobedience, and different types of seeds. And my point this morning is that when we sow these seeds, it could take days, it could take months, it could take years for these to come to fruition. I know that seeds can germinate like corn and soybean in 25 days given the right elements, and if I'm wrong, some of my agricultural friends can correct me on that. But I also read an article recently about a date palm in Israel that was 2,000 years old. The University of Zurich did some radiocarbon dating and figured out that this seed was 2,000 years old, and it has sprouted and it has grown into a tree and it is producing fruit today. And so the seeds we plant today may not grow tomorrow, they may not grow in months, but they could grow in years, or they could grow sooner than that. And this is something that I've been learning in my personal life, that some of the things I'm seeing now are seeds that I planted as a child, and even as an adult, a young adult, and as a father. Some of the things that where I messed up, those seeds are coming to fruition today. I wanted to take Jacob for an example. In Genesis chapter 27, Jacob deceives his father into getting Esau's birthright. Not only did he deceive his father, but he deceived Esau as well. Esau didn't know what was going on. In Genesis chapter 28, despite his sin, God decides to go ahead and honor that blessing, but it doesn't negate what's about to happen to Jacob. It doesn't negate the reaping that he's going to experience because of his deception. In Genesis chapter 29, Jacob gets a taste of his own medicine when Laban deceives him into marrying Leah. After working 7 years for the blessing of Rachel, he gets Leah. And then he has to work another 7 years in order to get Rachel. And so 14 years of working to reap a blessing. But during that time, he reaped the curse, so to speak. He reaped what he sowed. He reaped deception. In Genesis chapter 37, he is deceived again. He reaps more deception. I find it odd, or I don't find it odd, but he deceives his dad once and he deceives his brother, and so he's getting deceived twice here. In Genesis chapter 37, his sons deceive him into thinking that his youngest son Joseph has been killed. Not his youngest son, but his favorite son, Joseph, has been killed. They bring back the coat with blood all over it, and he's upset. He thinks a wild animal has killed Joseph. And of course, later he finds out that Joseph is alive, and he receives a blessing at the end of that with the promise that Joseph makes to him. But my point is that the seeds we plant today, given the right soil temperature, the right nurturing, the watering, we do some things that even after we plant the seed, we do things to water that seed and that bad seed, and it's going to grow. It's going to come to fruition someday in our life, days, months, or even years later down the road, when we look back and we go, wow, I did this or that, and now I'm seeing it today in my family or my children or whatever the case may be. And so my question to you this morning is, what seeds are you planting? If you're going through a hard time, if you're seeing some things in your life, some deception, some rebellion, some disobedience, some things like that, stop and ask yourself, what seeds have I planted? And start planting good seeds and see if they don't come to fruition. God bless you. I love you. I hope to do another one of these sooner than later. Bye-bye.